It says Terry just biased about because he is expecting United to make it to the European Cup if Arsenal goes further. The referee. How am I being biased towards Arsenal and Man United when I'm defending Bayern Munich? Is this copium because I'm not on Arsenal side on this argument, and you're like, oh my God, Terry said what we didn't think he would. That's weird. How am I being biased? How would I even be biased towards Arsenal anyway? But yeah, look,
the guy is saying it's a penalty. Wake up, African Cup. No.
I'm saying it's a penalty.
Yeah. I'm the one who said it's not a penalty.
I don't know where I'm being biased towards.
If it happened to Arsenal, though, their fans, all these fans are getting upset because we're saying it's a penalty. They would be screaming blue murder.
But the same could be said vice versa, because we all know if Harry Kane went through in the 95th minute and the exact same scenario took place, I would hazard a guess that 80%, 85% of the people saying it was no penalty to Arsenal would all be saying that was a penalty and Bayern Munich should have had it. And I want to get your boys' opinions on the Saka incident. Obviously, he runs through on goal. He takes the ball around Neuer. Neuer sticks out his right foot and puts it forward and out to the side. Saka tries to get past it. Their legs clash. Saka falls over. No penalty given. How did you interpret that one, Dan? Did you think Arsenal were hard done by in the dying moments, or do you think it was fair dues?
I know you kind of know
the way Terry put it, bro. The way Terry kind of explained the situation, you're like, oh, it's 100% a penalty. There's no
You
see the story he put out
some of that language there, because I don't think he tried to get past the keeper.
Yeah, thank you.
When you look at how this man put his leg out, it makes no logical sense that if the keeper wasn't there, your leg would be in that position. You're flaring your leg out to the side to catch the keeper's leg. Keeper comes out, making himself big, arms stretched out, legs stretched out for anticipating the shot, right? And Saka could easily just go around the keeper and stick it in the back of the net. He doesn't have any confidence in his ability to do that. So he thinks the easier option is to try and get caught by the keeper, make the foul happen. And that, if that was given in the dying moments of the game, that would have been criminal. That would have been just to end the game like that, of a player making a foul happen. There's no way. Again, if you would be on the end of that, we'd all be sick to our stomachs. If we saw a player, and the thing about Kane is one of the biggest divers in football. Right? No two ways about it. So it's hard to even defend Kane when he does do stuff like that. But that, I can't. Anyone that thinks that's a penalty, I have to understand the logic. And I've seen some Arsenal fans justify it. And honestly, I don't see how. You can even.
I don't think it's a penalty. I think both legs of Saka. He jumped into man. I don't think he dived. He initiated the contact by jumping both legs towards Neuer, and instead of changing his direction, he literally saw Neuer and decided to jump with both legs and hit the right leg into Neuer. Yes, Neuer's leg was out, but Saka didn't need to jump with both legs to go towards Neuer. I think if this was given on the pitch, it would not have been overturned, but because it wasn't given, I think that there is no reason for them to overturn. However, I actually think that the VAR room should have asked the referee to go check on the contact. The reason why, because there is contact. It should not have taken 3 seconds to check. He should have gone into the monitor to check it. But I'm watching the angle from behind. Saka literally went, and this is how I'm going to explain it. He went with the ball left, and then he jumped to the right side to hit Neuer. Why are you going to the right side? And don't tell me he's trying to change direction. He isn't. Okay. He jumped into. That's my opinion, by the way.
And I hear your opinions. And listen, I think it was it's been such an interesting penalty because I've heard some wild takes. Your two hold a lot of water, in my opinion, and I disagree, but I totally get. I don't want to sound condescending, but I'm patronizing. But I get where you're both coming from with it. But I've heard some wild stuff today. I've heard Neuer was standing still, which is incorrect. I've heard Neuer didn't move his right leg forward and out to the side, which is incorrect. And the element of Saka trying to buy the foul, the reason that I don't believe it is because we know what divers look like. And I didn't prepare a graphic for this, but if you just Google, and I'm sure I could do it now and share the screen, footballers diving, right? So if he's you don't initiate contact, would we agree, just for education purposes, would you agree when someone initiates contact, they're going to go down, right? You're not just going to make contact and stay on your feet. Would you generally agree with that in a penny? For a penalty?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you're going to do it.
Yeah.
So when you see players that do this, Harvey Elliott at the weekend, Harry Kane is a master at this, Rooney was very good at it. When you slow it down, typically just before that contact, you already see that the angle of the dive coming in. So when they get hit, they go up in the air and it looks more authentic. Does that make sense? So that's why when I look at the replay, I don't think he initiated. And I'll tell you to why. I'm gonna show these on screen in really slow motion down here now, and hopefully you guys can sort of see this. I want to put it into a better box. I'm gonna put it into this one. It won't look good in the background, but there we go. So as this happens for me, this is why, right? I don't think he means it. So angles are important. You look at the goalkeeper coming out. As Saka touches that ball, the goalie's only got eyes on one thing, and that's the ball. The goalkeeper's trying to win the ball. People saying he wasn't. He's looking at it. As that ball goes to the goalkeeper's right and to our left, as we can see it, he swings his foot for it and misses it. Saka doesn't go towards the goalkeeper in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion. He's just moving in the same direction. If the goalkeeper's leg doesn't come out, there isn't contact there.
Okay.
But I get what you mean by the way. Look, I get how it looks. The other element to me as well that I think
there's another angle. Yeah, this is the angle.
Again, so this angle though, this angle I agree with. As this comes in, I'm going to drag it and not let it play because of copyright. As it comes in,
look at the jump, both legs. Why is he jumping with both legs?
Again. I'll tell you why he's doing that in my personal opinion. Okay. When you look at it from the other angle, you can see that and there's also another angle that I don't have the video footage from where you see it. The goalkeeper's cutting across his path. So if he doesn't jump, he's going to run straight into him. I think he's trying to stay up. And the reason why I think he's trying to stay on his feet, okay, is when you first ball it more and he gets caught here. If you're diving,
that looks so bad.
Yeah, but this is why I don't think it. Do you know why I think it looks bad? It's because he's not trying to cheat, and I'll tell you as to why. Normally, by now, if you're diving, why has he not arched his back? Why does he get caught? And please answer this question for me, boys.
Okay.
Why does he get caught and continue to try and run, but then trip himself up? So for me, when someone dives, and you've just mentioned Harry Kane. Harry Kane is a serial diver. But whenever that leg comes out and he makes sure that there's contact, they all go over. Why has he tried to continue running after creating huge contact? That's the one element about I don't understand why he's cheating. He gets the contact he wants, but then he doesn't dive. He tries to stay on his feet, which, Lawless, I agree with you, then makes it look a bit dodgy. Why not just go down?
He plants his left foot on the ground. I don't know if I can say he's definitely tried to continue running, but like what he's done is left his leg out intentionally, and you can see it. He sees Neuer coming towards him. He can see that, and he's just left. What he's done is, as his legs ran, rather than trying, he could have easily dribbled around the keeper there. Easily, just shift his body weight to his left, go round him.
How if the goalkeeper's come across him at that spin? We can't show real speed, but at real speed, the goalkeeper swung his right foot out. How is he meant to get around that and still try and stay in possession of the ball?
Yeah, but look at the way he's facing Saka. If his leg isn't dangled out far to his right, he doesn't get caught. Or maybe you could argue, well, he might get clipped on the foot. But the fact that he's left his leg out, there's no reason for him to do that. Why is he?
Terry, you have to differentiate between diving.
Again, the one thing you don't see in any of the footage is him moving towards the goalkeeper. One of the angles looks like he does, but from the front angle, you can see the goalkeeper's moving his leg towards him.
Which front angle, Terry? I think you're only watching your angle, Terry.
No. This front. Hang on.
But this one doesn't show it, Terry.
Oh, yes, it does. Hang on.
It doesn't show distance.
It doesn't show the distance, Terry.
Hang on a minute, but we know the distance because the other angle shows it. But from this angle here, we clearly see Saka moves the ball, And it's the goalkeeper's foot that comes towards Saka because he's trying to win the ball. And what
the
I'm
other
saying
one
is,
doesn't.
hang on a
The
minute,
other
hang on
one
a minute.
doesn't.
Let me finish. The other angle doesn't show what the goalkeeper's doing, but this one does.
No,
This one does. And the point I'm making is that we can clearly see the goalkeeper's going for the ball. If the goalie, like people are claiming, was stationary and just made himself big, why does his leg move forward?
Because he's in motion.
He's in motion.
But so just because he's in motion and then hits Saka doesn't make it not a foul.
But he didn't hit Saka.
No, he did. They both gone for the ball.
You wording it that way. You're wording it
Guys,
that
please
way.
let me finish my sentences. Let me finish. Let me finish my
Go ahead,
sentence.
go ahead.
Let me finish my sentence. So you understand where I'm coming from. Saka wins the ball. Yes.
He has the ball. His position.
Does Saka win the ball in the 50-50? Yes or no?
Between what? Between him and the keeper?
Yes.
Yeah, he has the ball. The keeper
he has the ball.
Yes.
Right.
So he wins. So for me, he wins the ball. The goalkeeper's foot then extends into Saka's path because he misses the ball, and then they clash into each other. I don't understand why that's now not. I don't even understand why does Saka have a responsibility to move his leg when he's made.
Respond?
Why? Let me finish the question then. Why does Saka have the responsibility to move his leg when it's the goalkeeper that's late to the 50-50?
Can we respond now? Because actually the difference is we think there is a distance between the goalkeeper and Saka is the one who's moving towards the moving link with Manuel Neuer. That's what we think, Terry. The angle that I just sent you, that you showed the second angle, showed that Saka. You showed one angle that shows that Manuel Neuer
They're both moving. Sorry. I'm interrupting because they're both moving towards each other because it's a 50-50.
Yeah, but let me tell you.
They're both moving towards each other. Neither are stationary, Mo.
Yes. That there's a difference between the ball went left and Saka still went to the right side to go and hit Manuel Neuer's leg. So
but he wouldn't have hit Manuel Neuer's leg if Manuel Neuer doesn't move his right leg forward to try and touch the ball and miss it. He doesn't touch Manuel Neuer's leg.
If someone kicks the ball away and jumps into another player, it's not a free kick. You initiate.
He doesn't jump into it.
But that's what we're saying.
Hang on a minute. Hang on.
I don't want to dwell on this.
I get where you're coming from.
I don't want to dwell onto this because.
No, hang on a minute. But if Manuel Neuer stays there where his feet are planted instead of moving his leg forward, he doesn't clash into him. Manuel Neuer can't just stand in someone's way while stepping forward. That's a foul. It's called obstruction.
Guys, he literally jumped. Saka jumped into him.
No, he didn't.
Very obvious.
No, it's not. It's not obvious.
How are we supposed to see it? It's obvious, bro. He jumped right side and the ball went left. I know Neuer is moving. I'm not disputing what you're saying, Terry.
Saka is moving. Hang on a minute. Saka here. You can see Saka. He's moving to the left, mate.
No, but the other angle shows literally he's moving to the right.
He's moving to the left and forward at the same time. So he's moving in a diagonal of motion, but he is not moving to the right, Mo.
I am looking. Can you show the other angle then? Maybe
the other angle that it shows you he's going right, left as well. This is behind the goal.
Angle really shows he's going right.
Is that left or right? Is that left or right?
No, for here I can't see, but for here look left. Yes, go ahead.
So
I answered you. It looks like he's going left. Show the other angle now. Can you make it bigger? Can you make it bigger?
Yes, I can. Let's make it bigger.
Yes.
How's he going to the right when we know he's
body.
Going to the,
his body is very obvious.
Right. How is he going to the right? He's turning to the left. What are you talking about?
Look at his leg, Terry. He's trying to do some sort of Muay Thai leg kick. There's nothing natural about that.
The goalkeeper puts his leg in front of him.
Terry, Saka literally looked at Manuel Neuer.
I disagree,
and jumped
boys.
into him. Anyway.
I disagree. Of course he's going to jump because Manuel Neuer stepped in front of him. But this idea that he jumped to the right when he clearly went to the left is crazy. But you still haven't answered my question, boys. Why, if he's diving, does he not dive? Why does he try and stay on his feet? Why doesn't he arch his back? Why doesn't he dive? No one's answered this question for me.
The contact was very strange. By the way, the contact is very strange. This contact is very strange. And I just want to understand something, Terry. This is not a dive. There's a difference between dive and someone who's... Let me finish the sentence. Let me finish the sentence so the audience will understand me. Let me finish the sentence. I played football and I know you did too. Let me finish the sentence so the audience can understand. There is a difference in a dive. Kai Havertz dived. A dive means there was no contact. There is a difference between a dive and initiating the contact. Harry Kane, Jack Grealish are masters in this. They initiate the contact to make it look like they got hit. That's not a dive.
Okay.
That's not a dive.
Yes.
The contact happens.
I agree.
Right.
I completely agree with that, but you're not answering my question. But every time Kane and Grealish do that, they arch their back, they flick their legs behind them, and they dive. So if Saka is playing for the penalty, please answer the question: why didn't he dive like the rest of them do?
Diving techniques. Like,
Oh
like
my
this
God!
is the Olympics or something.
Oh my God!
Why can't any? Listen, you guys could be right, but why can't you answer the question? Why didn't he dive if he initiated the contact?
Because the contact is very strange. The contact was very tough.
The contact was very. Hang on, that contact was very strong. Why didn't he dive? Why didn't he dive?
I didn't expect him to have that contact, and his leg is so high. He's hitting Manuel Neuer's knee.
Because Manuel Neuer stepped in front of him.
Yes, but why is Saka's leg getting
Saka doesn't need to move his leg. Saka's won the ball. Saka's won the ball. Saka has won the ball. He's about to get possession of the ball and shoot. The goalkeeper puts his leg forward and out to the right, which we can all see on the video, to win it, misses it, and then it's in front of Saka. Saka then hits into him and falls over and trips up. For me, if it happened to your team, against Leverkusen, I bet you £1,000 down, Lawless. If that same thing happens, you are screaming penalty.
I hope it happens. And then
no, but I hope it happens.
You know it.
No, at the same token,
you're spot on. If it happens, if my player, if Lautaro, Thuram, or Barella buys a penalty, I might say, I might sit here, but we aren't Arsenal fans, are we? We're neutrals here.
If it happened, if Raya did that, I would expect it's a penalty.
Sorry, if who?
If Raya did that in the game, if it was the other way around, would the Arsenal fans?
Fair enough. My view on it is this: I understand about initiating contact if the goalkeeper's stationary and doesn't move that leg out, and Saka moves his leg out in that direction to make contact, 100%, I wouldn't say it was a penalty. But if you're an attacker, and someone puts their leg out in front of you to win the ball, tackle you, and they miss the ball, and you're about to smash into them, you have no obligation to move out the way. None. You can just keep running into them. That's not.
I think that he's helped make that situation happen. I think he's raised his leg.
That doesn't make it not. That doesn't make it not. He didn't need to raise his leg. The leg's in front of him. He would have hit it anyway. I think he's tried to avoid the leg. The reason why I don't think it's a dive is because he does no diving action that all the other divers. Look at Harvey Elliott the other day. He dragged his leg along the floor, but then he was already half falling before I just don't think he dived. But boys,
look, whether it's a dive,
can we go to the game now and talk about?